consistency day 119, you teach others how to treat you. Anytime that you let things slip, or you stay silent, or you shrink yourself just to keep the peace in a room or in a relationship, you're teaching people how to treat you. Your boundaries or your lack of boundaries is allowing them to learn what they can and can't get away with, what they can and cannot do when it comes to, their communication style, their actions towards you. And you have to show them how to show respect and how to communicate and what the boundaries are. But if you always play it small or stay silent or let things pass or slip away, slip through, that's what you're allowing them to do. And once they learn how to get away with something or what they can do, they're going to continue to do it. So you have to learn how to effectively communicate with them and set those boundaries, because it's like a 2-year-old. They test the waters to see what they can get away with their parents and others around them. And if you let them get away with certain things, they're going to keep doing it. They're going to learn and be conditioned that, oh, I can do this, I'm not going to get in trouble. And then once you start trying to discipline them for it, it's going to make it harder, not only for them to learn that new behavior, but it's also going to make the relationship a little bit more tense. It's going to add more problems to the relationship, because it's like, in a sense, it's like you can't teach an old dog new tricks. It's similar to that. Once somebody's learned what they can do with you and how your relationship is over, let's just use like a year process, but then you're trying to teach them how to properly communicate, how to properly not push past certain boundaries, it's going to be harder. And it can start to add strain and stress to a relationship, because now they're confused on, well, I always used to say this, I always used to text this, I always used to just do this without asking permission. And now that you're trying to set, proper expectations, proper boundaries, it's a conflicting mindset. It's a conflicting barrier in your relationship. And now he or she's like, well, we've done this for a year, now it's a problem. And now they're offended, and yeah, it just adds and creates so many new problems. So you have to learn now, going forward on the front end, how to set those proper boundaries, how to set proper communication, how to set proper standards and expectations and things like this. This isn't only dating. This is with family, new friends. This is with new work acquaintances, new work coworkers, as you progress forward. And obviously with previous relationships, you already have family, obviously, or maybe you're at a workplace where you haven't started, somewhere new recently. You have to try to go in and reset and recalibrate those boundaries, those expectations, and those communication styles. And it's going to be hard, and it might cause some conflict, and it may cause you cutting some people off, and it may cause some people cutting you off, because now like I said, it causes strain and stress in those relationships. And if each person can't come to some kind of agreement or some kind of maturity level where it's like, okay, I understand this, and this, let's move forward, let's try to be better, then it might cause some end to some relationships, unfortunately. But that might be what's for the best. But going forward, you have to learn how to teach people and set these expectations on the front end, that they can't get away with certain things. They can't get away with certain, whether they're trying. Some people aren't always trying to like manipulate you or gaslight you and things like that. That's just how they are. That's their personality style, or they got away with it so long that now that they think that's just how they can be with everybody. So, give them grace, give them patience too. Now, if they're just a outright narcissist, sociopath, psychopath, or something like that, that's a whole different story for a whole different day. Obviously, try to, understand and either stay away from those people, or if you can find a way to have a relationship with them that's not toxic or, a drain on your mental or emotional health, then do it by all means. It's your life. But, try to notice those things and try to set the proper expectations and communications. Some good books, I've already said before, Boundaries by Dr. Henry Cloud is a really good one. There's a book called Crucial Conversations. I don't know the author off the top of my head, but Crucial Conversations, if you Google that will be a good one. Another book, I'm just trying to think of some good books. Believe it or not, 5 Love Languages. A lot of people have heard that book or know that book. That's a pretty popular one. That's a great one to study. Trying to think, just to give more good insight and actual knowledgeable things. Dang, there's a book I'm thinking of. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Or it's on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, I can't think of it. So anyway, those are some good books. Oh, I just thought of another one. 10 Critical Laws of Relationships is a great book. It shows you what place people play in your life and how to set kind of like proper expectations in a sense. Oh, and then last book is a little bit different. It's not about the boundaries and stuff like that, but it's called The Bait of Satan. So this one would be a good one for your already the people that are already in your life. So current co-workers, current family members, and maybe you're in a current relationship. It's called The Bait of Satan, and it just talks about like not getting the spirit of offense, not getting so offended by everything. Because like I said, there's going to be some learning and some maturing, not only for them, but from you as well. You have to learn to accept, like, this person, your mom, you know, you've already had a 20, 30 year relationship now, and you haven't healed and she hasn't healed from certain things. Or you have a brother or sibling that pushes past boundaries, and now you're trying to set them properly, and you can't get offended by certain things. Or maybe you're in a marriage, maybe you're in a long-term relationship. So it just keeps you from getting, learning how not to take that bait and be so offended by things. So those are some good books that I recommend to help you proceed with these conversations, proceed with these new relationships and current relationships. So yeah, so remember, you teach people how to treat you. So keep that in your forefront of your mind. You're in control of your life. So keep going and keep winning and keep striving. And I wish you peace and blessings on the journey.